What's good, everyone, and welcome back to another reaction video. This one's a little weird. The suggestion was by Reaper, and it was more talking about how they make money and all that. And when I searched it up, I got, well, this, and how Pokemon's making you lose money, so I didn't find something in the exact words, but I think this is the correct one. I could be wrong. No, I'm probably definitely wrong about this one, but yeah. Here we are doing this. Anyway, the title is Game Theory. How rich is a Pokemon Master? Well, if we consider the amount of money some people get after battling, actually, how do they start off with money? That's a good question. Then gym leaders, I guess, supposedly give money to those that complete the battle at the gym. The items it costs. Then you get money for being the champion. The Pokemon Master is more than that. They beat a bunch of trainers and win league championships and competitions with other regions, right? So does that mean, like, I don't know, the whole subject about money is very rarely used. I mean, usually there's given no mention of that, but yeah. I can only assume that the system works similar to the games itself. But then again, I could be wrong. And that's like a whole other ball field altogether. So I assume the method's like the game, so I could be wrong, but I guess we'll find out. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button down below. Hit the subscribe button to support the channel, support the content provided, and so on and so forth. Hit the notification button to be notified immediately when a new video comes out. With all this said, let's start with this video, shall we? Oh yeah, and the link to this video down in the description below. Let's not forget that. So be sure to give some love and support to Game Theory for all these videos they made. Now let's start with the video, shall we?
I wanna be the very best so I can pay my bills. To catch them is my real test until my wallet fills. I will travel across the land, can't afford a home. Teach Pokemon to understand the power that I have to pay for every month. The phone bill, the internet, car payments, and then there's the house payment. Stop! No, just stop it! Stop the song. I'm just sad now. Real life sucks.
Yeah. It has its moments. It has its moments. I can't disagree. It has its own moments of being really bad, so you just have to make the most of it. Try to find some positivity in it. So yeah.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Game Theory. You know what? Screw this. I'm sick of paying bills every month. I'm sick of the rat races and the adpocalypses. It's time to leave behind all that YouTube drama and start traveling the land to catch animals and make them fight an eternal blood sport to the death. Sorry, I meant to the faint. It's much better. That's right. Today we're talking about our favorite PETA triggering game, Pokemon. More importantly though, we're talking about how to make them Pokebucks. Poke-dollars? Poke-skrill, Poke-bones, Poke... whatever they are, the P with the 2 weird lines in it. You know what I mean. We've all had that dream though, right? To be teleported to the world of Pokemon armed with only a few Pokeballs and rise through the ranks to become a Pokemon champion. We'd make friends, thwart Team Rocket a couple times, maybe hit on Misty a little bit. Or Brock, if you're into having no eyes.
Okay, questioning life choices right there, but still... What the heck? You do you, that's fine, but still, what the heck? And Brock does have eyes? I don't know. I don't remember seeing his eyes open, so...
Be a great time, or so we'd like to think. You see, video games tend to gloss over the rest of life that comes along with, you know, living. You'd still have to eat, sleep, use the bathroom, or whatever the most convenient tree in Viridian Forest is, which means that all those hard-earned Poké-dollars you're ripping out of the pockets of the bug catcher after burning his Metapod to a crisp are gonna have to pay them bills. So it got me thinking, how rich would you be if you became a Pokemon champion? What do the earnings of a Pokemon master truly look like? That's our question for today, so with that, Pokemon Johto, let's go. Game Freak, the developer behind Pokemon, doesn't give us basically anything for the day.
Hold on. Okay, first, I have to give him that. That was a bit of a nice pun he did there. Second, that's the it looks like the thumbnail for the Pokemon Johto song on Nate Wants to Battle. Which is actually pretty cool. Anyway, check out his music. It is really nice. I've been watching it. I've been listening to his music for years. It's really good, so be sure to check that out yourself. Anyway, yeah, that was a pretty neat pun. Like the thumbnail screenshot right there that he's using.
Let's
yeah,
go.
both are
Game Freak, the developer
YouTubers.
behind Pokemon, doesn't give us basically anything for the day-to-day expenses for a Pokemon trainer, but they did model a lot of the game's geography and culture to places IRL. I'm sure Gaijin Goomba did something on this in some video in the past. Hey Goomba, give me your notes! Ah! Thanks. For a guy with no arms, you throw surprisingly well. So, the regions of Kanto, Johto, and Hoenn are based on the real-life regions of Kanto, Kansai, and Kyushu found in Japan. Unova is based on New York, Kalos is northern France, and Alola is based off Hawaii. Found in Japan.
Wait, what?
Unova is based on New York.
There's no way it's based off New York. I mean, look at the place. They show no similarities to one another. Not even in shade. Oh, you have gotta be freaking kidding me. They do. Oh, come on. Why New York, though? There's nothing wrong with New York and everyone, but I honestly thought with the one season I hated, and it's based off New York, I hate that. I just hate that.
York, Kalos is northern France, and Alola is based off Hawaii. We even get hints that this is actually an alternate version of our own world. Parasec's Pokemon entry from Fire Red directly references China. To quote the Pokedex,
it scatters toxic spores from the mushroom cap. In China, the spores are used as herbal medicine.
This is further shown with the first entry for Lieutenant Surge in the Fame Checker that calls him the Lightning American. So with both China and America confirmed as countries in the game, it seems safe to assume that we can easily compare compare the cost of living in Pokemon with the cost of living in our own world. That means we need to figure out the exchange rates from Pokédollars to real-life Skrilla to figure out some sort of yearly income. To get the most accurate conversion, we're actually going to be starting by converting Pokédollars to Japan's currency, the yen. The reason that I wanted to start here is that in the original Japanese versions of the games, the currency used is, in fact, yen. And the symbol used is, this line box line, the kanji for yen. The Pokemon dollar was just created for the English translations of the games, but staying true to its yen roots, it kept the similar symbol, the P with 2 lines through it, as well as the yen's lack of decimals. But that's not all. We can even get an insanely accurate conversion rate of real yen to in-game yen using the nice, cold, refreshing taste of lemonade. Could've been you, Diet Coke, but you never write me back. Come on, Coke! I need that sweet brown liquid in my mouth.
Phrasing?
Throughout every
Yeah, I was about to say that, really. But I can actually see where he's going with this. If the Pokédollars and yen are the same, then you can figure out compound between the two to figure out how much money one person makes. And then you can translate it into English, American dollars, and give an accurate statement on all that.
Pokemon game in the series, you can find a vending machine or store selling 3 different drinks: bottled water, soda, and lemonade. These prices are consistent across the entirety of the Pokemon universe, from Pokemon Red and Blue all the way to the newest re-release of Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. What we're most interested in, though, is lemonade, or in the Japanese versions, Mikusuore. Yeah, it sounds about right. Line, 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 swoop, swoop, line, swoop, Naruto run, one-legged balance, and stupid L. You see, when translating the game, the drink was actually turned to lemonade, but the Japanese versions translate closer to mix-o-lait, which is a French term that translates to mixed with milk. And wouldn't you know it, but you can actually purchase mix-o-lait at Pokemon centers throughout Japan in real life. During one of my last trips to Japan, I actually visited one of these Pokemon centers to sample some of the food. Everything there is so super cute. The Mix-o-Lait, in case you're wondering, is a fruity milk drink that reminds me a lot of lassi, if you've ever had that. It's kind of a watery, fruity yogurt drink. But
Really? That actually sounds a bit interesting, to be honest. I don't know about tasting it, though. I'll have to see into that one.
as you would expect, everything at the Pokemon Center, including the Mix-o-Lait, was super overpriced and totally tourist trappy. So instead, to stay as true to the game as possible, I found that there were vending machines actually selling cans of Mix-o-Lait for the low cost of 150 yen. Compare that to the in-game cost for lemonade at 350 Pokédollars, and we're actually able to get the conversion rate of 2.33 Pokédollars to 1 yen. Basically, what that translates to is 1 Pokédollar equal to just under half of a real-world yen. Or to translate that to dollars, 100 Pokédollars is equal to about 39 US cents.
Wait, really? So a lemonade from the vending machine is 39 cents? Wait, it has 300, so... let's see. 3, 6, 9. Carry the 1. But I'll turn that 1 to a 2. And we got $1.17. Cheaper than most stuff that comes out of a vending machine, so can't say.
So now, knowing that, before we
I think
calculate
that,
how much we earn as a Pokemon trainer, we should figure out the costs of being a Pokemon trainer. Thanks to Sun and Moon, we know that the Pokemon world functions on the same 24-hour time cycle that our own Earth functions on. Sun shows us that day in the real life is day in-game, and the same with night. So with that in mind, I headed over to howlongtobeat.com, which is a website that tracks how long to beat games, pretty self-explanatory there, to find the average time to beat a typical Pokemon game. That turned out to be 52 hours. So if you were to work the the average workday of 8 hours, your journey would take you 7 days. But 7 days to be a fully fledged Pokemon master doesn't seem right. I mean, sure, in-game you might be able to speedrun your way to the top of the Poke charts, but if we're looking at this seriously, like literally walking between cities, battling trainers, spending time to train up your Pokemon, a trainer's journey to the top is gonna last way longer than a week. So instead, to figure this out, I followed a different trainer's journey, Ash from the anime. Sure, we all joke that Ash stayed 10 years old for 20 years of the show, but if you stop and look at the narration and context clues, there is in fact a clear passage of time that gives us a sense of how long Ash's Kanto journey takes him. According to Takeshi
Okay, yeah, I can see that. I can see why that would help. And I have to admit, not wrong. He's not wrong. Because in the games, we just rush through everything, we just try to go through everything as fast as we can, use our extensive knowledge as Pokemon trainers. But in all actuality, we have to probably be like Ash, but slightly different. Like knowing we have to train and all that. So I can see what he means. And I don't disagree with it. That actually sounds like something that would definitely happen.
creator of the Pokemon anime, in Pallet Town, the rule is that new trainers begin their journey on April 1st following their 10th birthday. In episode 9, The School of Hard Knocks, we actually hear that Ash has had 2 months of experience and 2 badges.
With 2 months of Pokemon experience, you got 2 badges with only 3.
Now fast forward to the episode Holiday Hijinks, which, according to official numeration, is episode 39. That puts us at Christmas of Ash's first year as trainer. Another handful of episodes later, we have Princess vs. Princess, which we know is set on March 3rd, because it specifically refers to the celebration of Hina Matsuri, also known as Doll's Day or Girls' Day, a special
Yeah. Weird how I wish I actually did this one last week, because if you see my Danganronpa 2 video, then you know that, well, it gave mention to Girls' Day, so yeah, that's actually pretty coincidental, I guess. I wish I actually did it last week, then it would have been very interesting and ironic, but no. Sadly not.
Day in Japan dedicated to celebrating women. That trip to Cinnabar Island for badge number 7 takes place during the early summer, and shortly thereafter we learn that earning his 8th badge, the Indigo League, is only 2 months later.
The Pokemon League only meets once a year in the exact same place.
Where is it? When is it? You gotta tell me!
Atop the Indigo Plateau, exactly 2 months from today.
Which places the yearly Indigo League Championships around July or August. In short, Ash, and quite honestly Gary, who we also see in Showdown at the Poke Corral, that specific episode, have their first shot at being a true Pokemon master a year and 3 months after they started their journeys. You know, now that I've done that, I bet I can calculate how old Ash is for the entirety of the series. If you want to see that episode sometime in the near future, make sure you hit that subscribe button and let me know in the comments below. I want Ash's age in the next 3 seconds. 3, 2, if that was annoying to you, at least it wasn't a mid-roll. According to online cost to raise a child calculators, the cost of a single parent raising a 10-year-old in the Kanto region of Japan for 15 months is gonna be about $12,000. That translates to 1,312,128 yen, or just over 3 million Poké Dollars. Jeez! With it costing that much, it's no wonder.
Oh, dang. 3 million Poké Dollars? Okay, that still makes me question what kind of jobs they do. Because they would have to have really successful businesses. Then again, a Pokemon professor, depending on their research, would probably get tons of money. So I guess that counts for professors and families and all that. Gym leaders probably get tons of money for operating gyms and working as a functioning thing, as long as they do their job correctly. Plus, there is probably the case of side jobs, so, like Misty and her sisters, where they do their performances. So that's gotta be something else, too. There's also Erica, who's a gym leader and works at this shopping district by giving out perfumes that she makes. So that's another way to do it. There's also Blaine, Blaney, Blaine, the fire type gym leader in Kanto. I forgot his name. I'm not too sure if I got it right, but yeah. I mean, it seems like he owns a part of Cinderbark Island, so that's something to add too. And I know this might be a bad representation, but Giovanni, while also a gym leader and probably using those funds to help support Team Rocket, probably steals money, plus he owned a casino, so people waste money there, he gets more money and all that, so yeah. Breeders probably also get tons of money. And doctors and Pokemon nurses and all that. Pokemon doctors, nurses, all that probably get money too for doing all that work and getting all the equipment and all that. So I can see them actually having money to support themselves and all that. But this, you would need a really good job. Sorry I trailed off there, it's just, this is crazy.
That the parents are sending their kids out into the woods to fight dangerous creatures for the better part of a year. Anyway, those costs are broken down like you see on screen, but remember, this is if they're living at home. Ash stays intense most nights and doesn't get himself an education, so we can eliminate some of those larger ticket costs. Let's even eliminate the cost of clothing, since the most Ash has ever gotten himself is like a new hat. That cuts our costs for his 15-month journey in half, now sitting at $6,000, 656,000 yen, or 1.5 million Pokebucks. That is a whole bike and a half, which doesn't make it sound like that much, but seriously, that is a $4,000 bike that the shop owner just gives you for free. It is the best free voucher ever. Okay, so $6,000 is the base cost of your journey. I'm of course leaving out the prices of all Pokemon-related gear. Pokeballs, revives, potions, food for the Pokemon, etc. But then again, Ash tends to get himself distracted on his journey, so his quest may take him a little bit longer than your typical trainer. It should all balance out in the end. Now it's time to start beating up on some random kids' pets and stealing their cash. The way to earn money as a Pokemon champion is defeating other trainers and taking their money. I went through the entirety of Pokemon Red and Blue, adding up what you earn from every battle, each psychic, bug catcher, and lass out there, and then double check that amount via some player guides for the games. And if you go undefeated against every random trainer on your journey, you conquer every gym the first time, and you send every member of Team Rocket, you would make a total of, drumroll please,
I'm not gonna like it.
325,450 Pokédollars, which equates to 156,216 yen, or only $1,421.57. Honestly,
Wow. That was underwhelming. That just like, wow. There's not even a nice way to put that. That was just ridiculous.
I expected it to be much, much higher when putting this theory together. But then I stopped and thought about it, and it actually makes a lot of sense. Just take, for instance, the Elite Four, which should be the most profitable fights in the game. Sure, earning 5,000 Pokédollars per fight sounds great, but not so much when you're shelling out $350 for a Feebas and Lemonade. The Elite Four plus the rival battle gets you a total of 29,799 Pokédollars, which sounds great until you consider that it's only 85 cans of soda from the vending machine. machine. It converts to a whopping $117. And that is the top of the top. We are talking the Elite Flippin' 4. And don't forget, this is just the base adventure. If you're doing the Pokemon journey a second time, I don't think Team Rocket has the turnaround time to take on the Sylph Company every week. Plus, Misty isn't going to take you on again if you already have her badge, so if you take out the special events that you most likely wouldn't be able to do again, like the Sylph Company takeover and the gyms, the journey actually pumps out significantly less. 187,069 Pokédollars, or $729.57. Ooh, that is a hefty pay cut. Literally cut in half. And I'm not even including the trainers who aren't gonna fight you again since you beat them so badly the first time. The long story short here is that being a Pokemon trainer is the single worst financial decision in gaming ever. You spend a year out of your life slaving away, climbing to the pinnacle of your chosen field, living outdoors and getting shocked over and over and over again by Pikachu, and you end up with a net loss of $4,578.43. You lose money on your journey even if you get to the end of it. Honestly, it's like pursuing a career in theater where most places make you pay them to work there. Good times, true story. All this is probably why you don't see too many adults out there trying to become Pokemon champions. They eventually have to support a family, and that is simply something that you cannot do as a traveling battler. Unless you're a gym leader or part of the Elite Four, there is no way to make a living off of being a Pokemon champion. Chase your dreams, just prepare to file for bankruptcy later. But hey, that's just a theory. A game theory. And we didn't even talk about taxes. Don't even get me started on taxes. But now that we've
That's
proved that my
true.
backup career
That is sadly true. Though, if you consider the fact of different like competitions that are in the Pokemon anime that were probably excluded, it probably would be a little bit more, but I'm not too confident in that. I'm really not too confident in that. Plus, Elite Fours have like different jobs too, so they're a trainer and a member of a society. So yeah.
isn't gonna be backing me up quite as much as I hoped it would. I'm gonna have to figure out a new way to save up some serious bucks. Luckily, I know about honey, my favorite
Oh boy. Better skip that. I do not want to have any problems with honey.
ATPAT, or you've been on YouTube a couple times, you know the link is in the first line of the description. You've been here before, you can do it. And while it might not save you enough to make up for all that money you're losing on the road to becoming a Pokemon champion, it can certainly make those Pokegym dollars go a whole lot further. So get on it, theorists. Be the best like no one ever was at saving money online, and let honey help you do it.
Alright, so that was a bust. I honestly never expected that. Yeah, I just don't know what to say about this. This is like, if anyone thought that being a Pokemon trainer is like life fulfilling to get money and all that, it just destroys that. That just destroys that kind of ambition to the core. So, uh, yay for dream destruction. I don't know. This is pretty bad. This is really bad for those that well, like this goal for being a Pokemon trainer and game money. But yeah, kind of figured it wasn't going to be a lot, but I didn't think it would be that much. I I was expecting a bigger amount of money being collected, but I did not expect it to be like uh uh a bike and a half. I that is just really underwhelming. I'm honestly disappointed. But anyway, disappointment aside, and let me tell you, there is a big amount of disappointment. Anyway, uh, I hope you all enjoy this video. If you did, be sure to hit the like button down below. Hit the subscribe button to support the channel, support the content provided. Hit the notification button to be notified immediately when a new video comes out. And in the comment section below, tell me your thoughts on this whole money thing. Tell me if you feel underwhelmed by this as well. Also, be sure to leave any video recommendations down below as well. I'll react to it as soon as possible. You got my word on that. And remember, the link to this video is in the description below. So be sure to give Game Theory some love and support for the video they made. They did tons of research for this kind of stuff, and I gotta give them credit for that. And so much more. So with this all said, I hope you all enjoy, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!